Hey, if making time to work out is something that you struggle with consistently, trust me, I get it. You see, at the surface, you might only see what I'm doing here in regards to fitness, but in actuality, I have 4 different businesses. I have a B2B consulting business that works specifically with fitness professionals. I've got the online coaching that you see on a regular basis. I've got an Amazon-based business and a real estate-based business. Oh, and I've got my first child on the way very soon. So when it comes to being busy, I can relate a lot more than you probably see at the surface. And I realize that it's going to get even more complicated and difficult, especially when baby Bach gets here and I'm not afforded the ability to sleep or make my own schedule as I have been in the past. But what I have done is I have worked with dozens, probably well over 100 at this point, of individuals who are busy professionals, who are executives, lawyers, attorneys, who are working crazy hours with a lot of responsibility, with family, with all kinds of different things going on. And there are a few consistent habits that I found that make all the difference in the world when it comes to optimizing performance, both physically and mentally, and improving health, which at the end of the day is the underpinning foundation of being able to be your best professionally and personally. So what are they? Well, when I look at foundational components and habits, there are a few things specifically related to exercise that are essential. Number 1, weight training at least 2 times per week. 3 to 4 is ideal. These don't have to be long, but they should be focused on basic compound exercises like squats, deadlifts, pull-ups, push-ups, overhead presses, rows, this sort of thing, because these exercises will hit the biggest amount of muscle mass and create the biggest overall effect on your body in the most effective time frame. Number 2, daily movement. It gets easy to sit behind a desk sometimes and just pound away at work. I know if I'm not paying attention, it can be hours. 5 hours, 6 hours, and I'm just working away on some big project. And you know what? That's one of the worst things you can do for your health, because you're not getting any blood flow to your legs. It's not getting around your body. Lymph gets stagnant directly in your lymph nodes and in your body. So one thing that I work very hard on doing with my clients is finding small breaks throughout the day. I like to use timers every 45 to 60 minutes, even an hourglass, an old school hourglass, and get up and do some sort of movement in that time frame. What we aim for is a basic movement of 10,000 steps per day. I use an Oura ring, which helps me track sleep, but also helps me track movement throughout the day. So there's training. There is overall exercise. On top of that, obviously, when it comes to nutrition, you want to pay attention to how different foods make you feel. For example, I can have some grains and some wheat, but if I have too much or too many, then I run into issues. Then my digestion is out of whack, my nose is sniffling, and all that fun stuff, right? So the biggest thing when it comes to nutrition, eat mostly whole foods, things that came from the earth, highest quality protein sources that you can get. There's a lot of variability within that, but basically you can't go wrong with eating a lot of lean protein and a lot of vegetables. And then the most important component that most of us neglect, and I'm gonna have to neglect for a while, is sleep. We wear like a badge of honor to have caffeine hooked up to an IV and on that slow drip and pounding and pushing as hard as you can each and every single day. But when it comes to sleep, sleep is the number one thing that underpins all physiological progress that you're gonna make, whether it's something that's happening in your body, repairing from workouts, or even defragmenting all the information, memory, consolidation, stuff like that that goes on mentally. So when it comes to sleep, I know this can be a tough one, but aim for at least 7 hours in bed each and every single night. Try to get yourself away from screens 30 minutes to an hour before going into bed, or at the very least using some sort of blue blocker glasses or an app that will dim the blue light directly related to your screens. Most important of all, try to keep consistent hours. Personally, I'm 10 until 5 a.m. That works well for me, allows me to get up and get things going before the world needs attention and emails and emergencies hit in. So at the end of the day, fitness itself can be a force multiplier if you do it correctly, but it's all about sustainability. I know how difficult it can be. I know it's going to be even more difficult for me personally, but hopefully these few things give you some ideas where you can start, where you can improve to start making health and fitness something that improves your life, not consumes it, and making sure that your body is not something that works against you long term.